Yeah, well, should we start with that? The fact that I think you've been here for over half a season, and we've not met you, we've not spoken to you. So, um, how are you enjoying life as a Middlesbrough player?
Yeah, loving it, loving it. It's good to be playing games because obviously last season I didn't really play many games. So yeah, that side of things is really good to be playing games at a fantastic club. Great fans, obviously new manager. He's we're doing obviously the disappointing result the other day, but we had a good run of games, good results, and yeah, really enjoying it. Really enjoying living up here. It's a lot different to what I'm used to, but really enjoying it. So yeah,
Good,
only good things to say.
good, different.
Yeah, yeah, very good. A lot quieter, a lot more chilled out. But yeah, it's not really a lot going on for me. Just football. So which is good.
Goalkeepers, I mean, just as a profession, there are highs and lows, I suppose, more than any other position, aren't there?
Yeah.
And in your time at Boro, I think you've experienced plenty already, haven't you? How do you deal with that on a week by week, game to game basis?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's part and parcel of being a goalie. You you're gonna make mistakes, and then you got to accept that. And the more you accept that, the quicker you sort of get over it and recover from it. So um, that's a big thing that I've learned throughout my career. That you're definitely going to make mistakes, but it's obviously cutting out them mistakes in the games and trying not to make them, but also how you recover from them, which I think I've done really well. And it's tough because you could have a really good game and then make one mistake and you could cost the team, and that's how it goes. But that's all part of being a goalkeeper, and you got to keep learning and keep I try my hardest every day in training in games, and that's all that you can do really.
How big a part of your job is building a relationship with the defenders in front of you?
Oh, it's massive. I've always said that if I can have a good relationship with them and sort of put them in the positions that I need them to, then they can do the job for me. Um, and obviously we've had excuse me, we've had a lot of different centre half partnerships playing, and with our formation we play now, we play three centre halves. You've got to have a different relationship with each person's different. So the way that you speak to each person and the way that you sort of instruct and command what you want is different to each player. So that's massive for me in my game. And as I said, if I can get them to put them in positions that I need them to, they can do the job for me.
I imagine telling Sol Bamba what to do is a little different to telling Anthony Dijksteel what to do, is it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. But once you're on the pitch, for me, everyone's the same in a way, not the same type of person as I said, but the experience sort of. I could speak to Sol how I speak to a young player, and vice versa, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, in terms of the way they are and the type of person they are, then that's the how you speak, how different you speak to them. So, but yeah, I couldn't care less really. I'd scream and shout at Sol as much as I scream and shout at Anthony or Dalo. So, but it's all for the good, all to keep the ball out of the net.
Where do you see yourself right now? How comfortable do you feel right now in your position? Because obviously, towards the end of Neil Warnock's time, you found yourself out of the team. Chris Wilder's arrived. You're back in. So, how do you feel I don't know, how confident are you about where you sit in his plans?
Yeah, well, as I said before, I give my 100% every single day, and that's all that I can do. And the manager's decision and choice of who he plays is sort of out of my control in a way. So I can only do what I can do, but I feel good. I feel sharp. I feel confident. So yeah, obviously kept a few good clean sheets. I want more. I want to keep the most clean sheets in the league. That's well, if that's not your aim as a goalie in the league, then you're in the wrong job. But yeah, I feel good. I feel sharp. Everyone looks good. Everyone feels like we're going in the right direction. The whole club as a whole, not just the players, all staff, we all feel the club's going in the right direction. So it's only good.
And when a new manager arrives, for outfield players, it can be obvious, a change of style about how they're having to change, how they're having to adapt. But for you in goal, have you felt a change with Chris Wilder? Because it seems to me that you're perhaps looking to deliver the ball more quickly when an opposition attack breaks down, that sort of thing. Has it changed for you?
Yeah, definitely. First and foremost, for any goalie is to keep the ball at the net, keep a clean sheet. The way that you play could be any way, but first and foremost, keep the ball at the net. But yeah, the way that the gaffer wants us to play now is a lot different to previous times. But for me, it's the way that I've been brought up through academy football and things like that. It's very similar to that. So I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, just want to keep clean sheets. But I've always said I'd rather win a game 5-4 than draw 0-0. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather win than keep a clean sheet. So win, but clean sheets is a bonus.
Obviously, you lost the other night for the first time in a couple of months. So Coventry this weekend, who are playoff contenders with you. And I know you'll probably say, we don't look beyond this weekend. But I won't believe you, and I'm sure the fans won't believe you, because with Manchester United coming up in the FA Cup, have you considered what it would be like to go out and be stood in front of the goal in that massive arena?
Yeah, of course I have, and yeah, since I was young, I used to love watching. Well, obviously Schmeichel was the biggest goalie, but that was when I was really young. But Van der Sar was the keeper I used to look up to. Well, it's Van der Sar and Shay Given, really, the keepers that I used. Obviously, Shay Given wasn't at Man United, but they're the two goalies.
He was at Middlesbrough, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so two goalies that I really admired, and one of them was the United goalie. So yeah, it'd be great to obviously, hopefully play. That's obviously under the manager's. That's the manager's decision who plays. But if I do, yeah, it'd be a brilliant experience, and can't wait for it.
Well, you will want to go into it on the back of a win, won't you, this weekend?
So the game, we're not thinking about Man as a team. We're Coventry's first, and yeah, win that, and then look forward to the Man United game. But Coventry's definitely first, and this, as you said, it's a massive. Every game in the Championship is a massive game. Anyone can beat anyone, but we've got to be right on our day. We lost it on Monday night, and yeah, it gives us a sort of kick up the backside, as you say, and yeah, we go again, and we look to get the 3 points.
Well, lovely to meet you. All the best for Saturday. Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, Mark. Nisha, who's the bottom left.
Hiya, nice to meet you. Your boss, your gaffer, Chris Wilder, has been very open about the fact that, every place in that team is up for grabs. And that's something that's really particular with goalkeepers, because obviously you've got your backups there. How do you deal with that? And do you think it makes you better knowing that you've got to be on it every training session, let alone every game?
Yeah, definitely. Even when I was out the team, I prepare as if I'm playing. And you have to, because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, there's only one goalkeeper that can play. And Lukey, when I'm playing, Lukey's working his hardest every day. So is the young goalie Sol. And then if Lukey was playing, I'd be working my hardest and trying to get in the team. So that's as I said before, that's part and parcel of being a goalkeeper. Only one keeper can play. And it's healthy competition. We all get on really well. We all push each other. We all look to improve each other, which is how it should be. So yeah, it's good, and it keeps you on your toes. And Lukey and Sol are great lads, and two top goalies. So I have to be on my game every single day in each training session. Sorry.
After the Blackburn game, Chris Wilder, his disappointment was very obvious. He said he didn't like the way the team played. And you said this might be the kick up, a bit of a kick up the backside, as you said. What's he been like since then? How has he managed to pick everyone up?
Yeah, well, we've had a look back at the game and spoke about it, and you obviously can't control what's happened in the past. So we can only look forward and improve from what we've done in that game and get better from the mistakes we made and the things we didn't do right. So yeah, Coventry at the weekend, another massive game, and hopefully the game before against Blackburn will keeps our feet on the ground, and we look to push forward and improve from what we done wrong against them. So yeah.
And just finally for me, it is so tight in that table, but being right up there and in amongst it, getting those playoff places, promotion, it's tangible, it's there. How do you, that must be really, really exciting when you've got such a big prize to play for every week.
Yeah, of course, but it's the old saying, take each game as it comes. So, and that's the truth, really. It's you always look forward to the next game, and don't get me wrong, it's my dream to play in the Premier League, but all I'm thinking about is beating Coventry at the weekend and getting back on the winning train and get a few more games. Get a good run going again, and yeah, then if you take each game as it comes, then the consequences they show for themselves. So that's all that we're thinking about. Yeah.
Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Simon, who's just in the middle.
Hi Joe, you okay?
Good, Simon. How are you?
How nobody wants to lose a match, but how much easier is a game like the Blackburn one to take when everything has been going so well, and when everybody's built up that sense of momentum and built up like kind of a bank of confidence? Is it easier to say, okay, we move on to the next one when you've got that behind you?
Well, I hate losing anything, not just football matches, but anything I hate losing. So it's tough to take. But as I said, you can't control what has happened, and you can only look forward to and take the positives out of what not you say positives, but learn from what's happened and move forward. So yes, it was tough to take. I'd love to have won, but yes, you move forward and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, and speaking about the next one, not that you need any motivation, but it's another very big game because Coventry, a couple of points behind you, but also a game in hand behind you. So, essentially in the same position as a hungry team wanting to get in there. Yeah,
they're a very, very good side. We played them at the start of the year, and they obviously beat us at their place. So there's that as well, where we there's a bit more to it. So yeah, it'd be a tough game. They're on good form, although they lost, I think, their last game. So yeah, it'd be a great game, and every game's tough in this league. We'll look at them, see what they do, but yeah, it's all about us really, and we'll go out to give it our all, and we need to get back winning.
Final point from me. I just wondered how you're enjoying the support. There seems to be a sense of something sort of brewing on the terraces and a real positivity. Thousands there at Blackburn, you're going to have thousands at Man United. The home support is getting more and more passionate. Do you sort of feel that swell behind you at the moment?
Oh, definitely. The fans are unreal. They're like, I can't describe how good they are. It's the away games, and obviously the home's always amazing, but I didn't realise the following that the club get away. It's the best that I've seen in terms of who I've played for. The away following's amazing. So, and that is the old saying about the 12th man. It is true. They give us a big kick, and they're like the games where we've scored in the last minute. That's partly because of them, because they're with us until the end. So yes, the fans they're incredible, and they got, for me, I know they will. Just keep it up and keep supporting us.
Nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Scott, who's just on the left.
Hi mate, you alright?
All good, thank you.
Good. Good, good. I was just going to ask you when you mentioned there about kind of Van der Sar and Shea and that. I mean, Schmeichel and Van der Sar probably obvious. Shea maybe a bit less so, just because obviously didn't play for one of the real big boys, didn't play for a London club down where you were. I mean, what was it about him that kind of made him stand out? And are we talking kind of poster on the wall stuff and watching videos and all of that?
I don't know. I just loved the way that he played and his passion for the game. And whenever I used to watch Match of the Day, I couldn't wait to watch him. And I don't know why it was. I just used to love the way that he played and
he was always renowned as a really good shot stopper, wasn't he?
That's it.
And to be fair, certainly in Newcastle, he had plenty of shots to save most of the time.
Well, he always made a big save and honestly, I don't really know why. It was just what the way that he. I tried to base my. I used to play in the garden with my older brother and I used to be Shay Given and whatever. So I honestly don't know. Have you
met him? Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I've met him because he was
he's a lovely fella.
The goalie coach at Derby
of course, yeah.
So I met him, and I don't know. I didn't tell him that I was that he was my idol.
Well, he knows now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And just those early days for you, kind of coming through at Spurs and everything. I mean, what crop were you part of there? Who would have been your kind of age group? Who would you have been saving stuff from in kind of academy games and youth games and stuff?
In my age group, there's not really anyone that come through at Spurs, but Harry Winks he's a year below me. He used to train with us, and he was brilliant. He didn't like stand out that he was young. He was always up to scratch, and we used to go in day release once a week, and Harry Kane and Tom Carroll, Andros Townsend, we used to sometimes train with them. So sort of that age group. Which
not a bad little introduction.
Yeah, so it was a good standard. Yeah.
And when we talk about the style and specifically kind of playing out from the back and distributing the ball in a certain way, I mean, 10, 20 years ago, keepers weren't really brought up to do that. But I suspect now the kind of crop that you're coming through, if you like, has that always been there for you? Is that not really new to you in that, like you say, from all the way through your academy days, it's just part of what goalkeepers do now, and young goalkeepers coming through will be expected to be able to do that? Yeah,
definitely. A goalkeeper has got to be a complete footballer in a way. Obviously, you're not going to be as fit in terms of running and things like that as the outfield players, but you've got to be as good on the ball. You've got to probably concentrate, and your mental side of the game has to be better than the outfield players, as you might not have anything to do for 15 minutes, but you've got to be 100% focused for 90 minutes. And it might be 1-0, we're winning 1-0 in a game, and you've got to make a massive save at the end where you haven't had anything to do for the last 15 minutes. So it's a position where there's so many things you have to learn and so many things you have to work on, but I love it. It's my job, but I love it. It's, as I said, since I was young, I was kicking the ball about in the garden with my older brother. It's something that I always wanted to do, but the young keepers now, they have to be so complete in what they learn and keep practicing everything. So it's a tough position, but it's good rewards.
Do you think that there is becoming a greater appreciation of that, almost that perhaps we in the media are starting to look at goalkeepers a bit more kind of analytically and a bit of a wider appreciation of what a goalkeeper can actually do, as opposed to, well, that was a good save, or why has he let that in? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. People don't realise how tough it is, how many other things you've got to do apart from making saves. Then that's what I feel like a lot of people just look at, making saves. Making saves is massive. It's huge. Don't get me wrong, but there's so much more behind being a goalie than just making saves. At the end of the day, technically you could have a terrible game. You could drop loads of balls, but if you keep the ball out the net, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So keeping clean sheets is what you and as I said before to Mark, that you communication. I could scream and shout the whole game and not have anything to do, but I've had a big role in the game because I've puppeted sort of the defenders into the positions to stop the ball going into the net. So yeah, there's so much more behind it than just making saves.
Great. Well, listen, lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Good luck this weekend.
Cheers.
And it's just Craig on the right there.
Morning, Joe.
Morning.
Yeah, Joe, obviously we've mentioned Blackburn and the defeat there. I mean, in the days since, in training at Rockcliffe, what's the atmosphere around the place been like after that?
It's obviously after the game, we was in the next day, and it was quite flat, but the manager's great where he gets us going again. And yeah, it's I know I've said it a few times, but you can't control what's happened. You can only learn from it. So the atmosphere was flat at the start, but now we're back on it, and we're confident that we're going to go to the Riverside and beat Coventry.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing with the Championship. The games come thick and fast. You know, obviously it's disappointing to lose, but you've got to quickly move on, haven't you, and quickly look to the next one.
Yeah, definitely. It's good about the Championship that the games come thick and fast. You play on a Monday, then we're playing on the Saturday, then you play on the Tuesday, Saturday, and so on and so on. So you can't dwell on the games that you've lost, and you just got to keep moving forward. And it's weird because the other way, if you win, you want to keep that winning feeling and keep that hype. So, but yeah, it's all about looking to the next game. You can't look any further than that.
Yeah, and taking you back to earlier in the season, obviously we've mentioned, you know, you started the season as first choice, and then the previous manager took you out of the team. I mean, taking you back to that time, how were you feeling at that time? You know, when you take the team, when you lost your place.
Oh, I was disappointed. I wanted to play every single game, but can't control what the manager's decisions are, and that's part of being a footballer, not just a goalkeeper. It's part of being a footballer. You get dropped, and it's how you deal with it. And I didn't let it affect me in any way, and yeah, keep working hard. It's a time where I know I said that I'm always prepared. If I know that I'm not playing, but I'll prepare that it's as if I'm playing. But it's a time when you can work on little bits where you can maybe work a little bit physically harder in the gym, so and so. So, yeah, I took it well, and I've been there before. So, yeah, it was tough to take, but I want to play every single game.
Yeah, and obviously the new manager's come in. He did eventually bring you back into the team, Stoke away, no less. Not the can't imagine that's the nicest place to come back into the team. But you know, since then he's shown a lot of faith in you. You know, whenever he's asked about you, he praises you a lot. I mean, how important has that been to you? You know, that kind of faith that the new manager has shown in you.
Yeah, definitely, and I feel he's got faith in all us, all the goalkeepers, and yeah, it is good to hear that your manager's pleasing you and praising you. But I just focus on myself and what I can do to help the team win football matches, and that's all that you can do, really.